Hi there. Welcome to my page. My name is Tina Hung. I'm an executive health coach, and I'm here to help you redefine midlife wellness and master midlife wellness in a whole new way through weight loss, through mindset, and through habits and nutrition. Fueling your body with all the things that you need to reclaim your best life during your next chapter. So in the last 10 years, what I've learned so much working with midlife professionals, busy business owners, and entrepreneurs who are high achieving, who have hit their peak of their careers and come to find out that basically they feel empty, they feel lost, or there's been changes in marital status, in disappointments, in finding distrust for themselves and the world around them, and finding themselves in this place of what am I doing next? And what I've learned is that when people are not paying attention to their health and their well-being all along, because in midlife, time is precious. You've been giving and giving to your family. You're raising your children, to your spouses, and maybe even caretaking for your parents. It's a tough time where midlifers are torn in a lot of different directions, and also including their careers. And even though you may be settled in life in terms of the things that you think you've needed in terms of a home and assets and a car and property and the way that you were expected to kind of turn out in midlife. But what happens is that over time, interference happens. Life gets in the way. And what I've learned is that midlifers come to a place where they feel like something is missing. And what I've learned is that why do people fail with prioritizing their health and well-being? And I would hate for you to get to a place where you end up with an unexpected wake-up call. That's what I'm all about, is preventing a health breakdown where it came upon you suddenly, unplanned, and it's a wake-up call. And typically what happens is people wait to the wake-up call or the doctor saying, you need to do this before it's too late. Or maybe you end up in the hospital, or maybe you end up in a certain situation with chronic illness and you never expected it or never really planned for that. That's something that you really can't plan for. We can plan for so many things in life, including, our investments and children and all of that. You've been focused on everywhere else, right? Outside of you. And we have this conditioning, this disbelief, maybe old stories that have been living in your subconscious about how things should be. And some of those stories are built in through past traumas, through past disappointments and losses, and a conditioning that's happened over times in terms of survival mode, in terms of being able to run businesses and to run your family and to run a household and take care of your careers and really make things happen in midlife. And what happens is unhealthy patterns come into play where we have crutches. We become, addicted to unhealthy ways of coping with stress, and maybe even avoidance and disowning parts of ourselves that feel uncomfortable and never really want to take a closer look at it. And why people fail at weight loss and really prioritizing their health is for several reasons. It really comes down to several reasons. It's not just about what you eat and how much exercise you do and so forth. It comes down to several things that are just kind of fundamentals, but it goes deeper than that. But some of the fundamental things when you're lacking time and priorities are misplaced is structure and organization around your health and well-being. Having the knowledge, really having, you're having these old myths of nutrition and well-being and health and taking care of your health, and not having the discipline. Maybe you're disciplined about, how to deal with family life and the things that you need to do responsibly in terms of your business and your career. But what happens is, what ends up happening is, what's missing is, you end up conditioning yourself with disbelief that it's possible to have more than what exists right in front of you. And where we end up in midlife after 20, 30 years of doing things the same way, because basically you've had to establish a consistent life to be able to support all the things that you've been having to achieve. That there is a disbelief that there's not much more possible, that maybe this is what it is, and you end up settling. And your definition of wellness kind of gets watered down. It's about, just kind of maintaining the status quo. But what if there is more? What if there is more? The cost of fragile health in your 40s, 50s, and 60s is pretty big. You can end up with physical health issues, health breakdown, physical limitations, chronic illness, or pain that becomes debilitating. Maybe it's possibly mental or emotional, where it's so much more difficult, where you can't even diagnose it, or any doctors can't diagnose it right away. But it's a hidden thing that's in your subconscious and all of your conditioning that has made you feeling really emotionally and at loss. And it makes you difficult. The cost of fragile health, or having a thin threshold of vibrant and vital health, makes it difficult for you to navigate interference in life. And sometimes we get to the point where you're allowing life to get in your way. You're allowing life to get in your way, and your desires are being subdued. And what you want in life really gets put under the rug, and it's like put on hold for a long time. And you get to a place in midlife where you think, oh my gosh, is there more than this? And we get to a place where we don't have boundaries even. We don't even have boundaries to say, yes, this is what I want. This is more of what I want. This is what I need in life, this to feel happy and content and feel really living your true purpose. And over time, what happens is we vibrate energy. Our energy becomes full of resentment and anger, and we're not living in our full capacity. And I know that many of you midlifers are out there, like in this place of wondering if there's more. And maybe you're at a point where things seem so settled, or you're having difficulty managing stress, where you're unable to experience pleasure, you're unable to experience joy. And again, those patterns of unhealthy addictions come into play. And I encourage you not to resign yourself to the fact that saying to yourself that, hey, this is what it is in midlife. There's not much more. This is it. But I'm here to tell you that 95% of your belief patterns and your stories in your mind of what's been conditioned over time throughout 20, 30, 50, or 40, 50 years is permanently embedded in your autopilot mode, okay? That's how you are making decisions and choices on a daily basis. And what if you could master inside out, brilliant, and make radical shifts in your life, and making better choices for having vital and brilliant health, so that you have longevity, that you can leave a legacy of amazing love, amazing brilliance, and generosity. And in my personalized one-on-one coaching program, and in my group programs, we uncover blind spots. Sometimes we are so set in our ways and how we've been doing things, we don't even realize that we have these blind spots. But what if you had given what if you could give yourself a chance to uncover those blind spots? What if you can clear those encumbrances and actually help yourself reprogram that subconscious kind of, deep programming that's been conditioned for the last 20 to 30 years? And it is possible to reshift your habits and repattern your habits so that you are doing things differently. So life feels different, and fueling your soul through the food that you eat, how you care for yourself, and really truly reclaiming freedom in all aspects of your life. And that's what I call empowered midlife living. Listen, time is precious. Settling is not an option. You need results now, right? And you are seeding the next 20 years of your life in your midlife, right? So the next 20 years, the outcome and what it looks like the next 20 years needs to start right now. And it's about taking your power back. You are older, wiser, and more accomplished than you were 20, 30 years ago. And you know what you want, and you know what you don't want. But maybe you're lacking the clarity and the path forward, of how to repattern some of those that conditioning and those beliefs that you have. But what if you could, and then you could renovate your midlife and repattern your midlife so you can really do it much easier and really resonate the possibilities for so much more than you would have ever imagined. Imagine having fun and trust again in your midlife. Imagine having confidence and feeling hope again, feeling hope for something new, and inviting alignment around you for the desires that you have that never really got spoken for. And maybe even finding a new soulmate. In midlife, we are talking about midlife redefinitions here, and allowing yourself to be undone is giving yourself a chance to heal all the damage that's been done over the last 20, 30, 40 years. And I'm here to tell you that it's totally possible to renovate your midlife in terms of your health, in terms of your well-being, mind, body, soul, and through nutrition and basic fundamentals of repatterning your habits. So I invite you to take a look at my one-on-one coaching program, invite you to a personal one-on-one discussion with me to help you navigate what is the best nutrition for you. This is not about dieting and weight loss, even though I've been working with weight loss clients for many years. And what it really fundamentally comes down to is your mindset and your lifestyle habits. So in midlife, we have been accustomed and conditioned to do things a certain way. But what if you could fuel your mind and body to perform for the next 20 years of your life and be stronger and more powerful in your own way, with more wisdom, and having the inner peace and the longevity that you need to actually live out the legacy that you you desire to leave behind at the end of your life. And there's a lot more living to do because life is delicious in midlife. And I want to encourage you to book that one-on-one call with me, because maybe, possibly, maybe there's something that you might be missing, and there's some blind spots that you might have not seen clearly. and that we can give you some go-to steps right away to actually start navigating your life by reclaiming your power. So I invite you for a one-on-one discussion. And for me, it's about don't wait for the wake-up call. Don't wait for the wake-up call. What you seed as an investment in your midlife right now is going to change the trajectory and the outcome of the next 20 years of your life. So join me, and thank you for listening. I look forward to having that one-on-one with you and really supporting and loving on you. So thank you and peace out, and I will see you soon.